I'm going to show you tonight how to add boxes into one of your documents that could have in it, for example, definitions of bold words, or perhaps a picture and a caption, how to put those into your document and how to get them positioned where you'd like them to go. All right, you can see I have my 20-second mission proposal here, and let's say that I want to add a definition in here. So I'm going to do something here. I'm going to click on Insert, and then this is not going to be intuitive. I'm going to actually click on Drawing. Now what drawing does is it allows you to make basically kind of a picture that then can be moved around in your document wherever you want it to go. And even if you're doing something like text, it then takes the sentences that you've written and treats it like a picture so that it can be sized and moved and boxed and all those other good things. All right, so let's just say here, I'm going to start by making a little text box. And let's think of a bold word we might have here in this first part. Let's put, how about Christianity? I know that's a word that a lot of people are looking to define. And so I'm going to write here maybe what my definition is, which is a religion that believes that in God and that Jesus is God's Son. Okay, that's enough of a basic definition. Maybe I'm going to sass this up a little bit by making it bold. You know, you can format here. Let's see what else. Oops, that's fonts. Here we go. Let's make this bold. Okay. Now this is kind of cool. You can actually put a little line around it, right? Make it into like a little box. So let's try putting a little, look at that. That's snazzy. If you click off there. Now I think I'm actually going to shrink this up a little bit. Yeah, maybe something like that. Now let's say you're like, wow, that's really wide. I want it to be narrow so it fits in my margin. I could do something like that, in which case I'm just going to have to do something. So you just play with it till you get it how you want it. Okay, that's probably about as good as I'm going to be able to make it. And when you're set, then you hit Save and Close. And you see that then it puts this in your document. Now this is now treated like a picture. And so I can move it, you know, wherever I want it to go. I can shrink it down like you're like, whoa, that's really too big. I can shrink it like a picture. Okay. And so it's much easier then to place kind of and work with it. Okay. All right. Now the same thing applies. I'm just going to kind of, let's get rid of it here. The same thing applies with pictures as well. Let's say you know how to put a picture in, but what if you want to put in a picture with a caption? You're like, well, then what do I do? Put the picture in, then how am I going to put something underneath and get it all so that it's all right under the picture? You do the same sort of thing. So let's, instead of putting in a text box, let's put in a drawing again, but let's put in an image with a caption underneath. So here I'm going to go to my drawing, and I'm going to first start by looking for an image. So let's look for, oh, it's looking for my, I do not want one for my desktop. I want search. Okay, here we go. All right, let's do Christianity. All right. Those aren't particularly, oh, here we go. How about like a nice cross, right? Something like that. That's nice. Okay, so I'm going to load that onto my drawing. Woo, that's pretty big, huh? Let's shrink this down. Move it up here so I can actually work with it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little text box underneath it. And I'm going to say here, and I might want to change the size of my font, make it a little smaller. Padres taught neophytes all about Christianity. And there you go. I'm going to make this a little smaller, maybe make my box a little smaller too. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay. Now, if I want to put this all inside a box, I can do that as well. I could just put it in like that, but if I want to box the whole thing, make it sort of a separate piece, let's just put a box around it. I'm going to follow the same steps that I did before. Maybe I'm just trying to get it all even with the margins. That's looking pretty good. Okay, let's get rid of the fill. There we go. Let's make a border again on it. Maybe something like that. That looks pretty good. Yeah. I can still, in here, sort of, like if I wanted to change this font, is it allowing me to? Oh, I don't know. You'll have to mess around with it. See if you can, once you've put that text box in there. Oh, I know why. It's because I'm still in the border. Now I can come here and change my font, change my size, change my style. So all these things are going to make it more like that. Move my border back over it. There we go. That's looking better. Okay. When I've got it the way I like it, then I'm going to hit up here. Come on. It's this blue button that's hidden. Come on. There we go. Save and close. And there it is. So once again, like before, I can take this box. It's in essence, it's a picture, even though it has words. I can shrink it. I can move it. I can position it in my margin. I can position it at the top or bottom, wherever you want it to go. All right, I think that's about sums it up. I hope this is useful for you as you prepare your own teaching techniques in your document of informational writing. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.